Hey! So, I have received many requests from people and fans here on the channel about AI music on the internet making its rounds in the name of ABBA, songs that are created by artificial intelligence, trying to recreate the sound of ABBA and even claiming to be ABBA songs that never were. On this channel, we dive into all things ABBA, the members and their original art. In this video, we talk about the AI situation, about people's feedback and ABBA's very own statement, and about the question, why are unauthorized ABBA AI songs so successful? So if you love ABBA and real news, you can always keep an eye on the channel. Someone wrote, lately there's a huge lot of AI songs impersonating famous music acts. The situation with ABBA AI songs is already out of hands. Day by day they turn up faster than mushrooms. Have you heard any of these? No, I have not heard any unauthorized AI-created ABBA song. Here is the situation with fans. Comments on my channel have been mainly dismissive about these songs, but very few have been positive or very much in conflict with their own ethics. People listen to the songs out of curiosity. They see some redeeming qualities in them, and yet they are concerned about the legality and especially afraid about a future where an original image and sound will be hard to distinguish. First of all, some very disapproval views from fans. They wrote, AI is not needed not to create new ABBA songs. I hate the AI fakery and I hate the fake AI ABBA performers even more. The AI songs should be banned, harming their legacy. They're churning out lots of them. The AI songs need to stop. It is fake ABBA. Someone wrote, I think it is absolutely wrong. Frida and Agneta should not have their voices used for songs that they don't even know, let alone approve. Whilst Björn is supportive of AI as a tool for songwriting, I would believe he would not be happy with these and protective of both the ladies' voices and the brand. In terms of YouTube image, I would say it is also passing the song off as ABBA. Wrong on so many counts. We will now talk about what ABBA and Björn have to say about it. Leading to that, here is one of those fan comments struggling with their own perspective. It says, the vocals are scarily convincing, especially Frida's. Some of the songs are actually very catchy and I hate myself because I hate the idea of what this is and I've downloaded a couple. I know it's all fake. The music arrangements are very simplistic, but if they improve like the vocals have. What are your views on this kind of thing, and do you think ABBA would approve? So I can give you the answer to that, and it's not even hypothetical. No, ABBA for a fact does not approve. Björn Ulvaeus has even spoken out about AI songs that sound like ABBA. He said that AI can mathematically copy the ABBA sound, but that it feels nothing. He is convinced that listeners will ultimately notice the difference and miss the emotional connection. Björn is also concerned about the gray area of copyright. In interviews, he spoke about the ethical problem with stealing the singer's voice. He said, while the record label owns the original master recordings, I own my voice, don't I? So he finds it unacceptable that voices are cloned without explicit consent. Björn does not call for a total ban, but for a fair compensation, because the AI models used by YouTube users to create those songs were trained on millions of real tracks, including ABBA's original songs, so Björn demands payment. He said they will have to pay back retrospectively for the past and for the future. So Björn Ulvaeus himself, in the name of ABBA, is very actively speaking against the unauthorized stealing of intellectual property through the use of AI. He does have positive views of AI as a creative tool, but he strictly demands fair compensation and the protection of copyright. Björn is president of CSAC, the International Confederation of Societies of Authors and Composers, so he does campaign globally to ensure that tech companies do not exploit music creators. But AI songs are successful, so some of these songs have several thousands, even millions of views. People are very obviously curious to listen to artificial music, or they just want to leave a comment of approval or disapproval, but in any case they click on the AI song and they generate views and the algorithm goes up. AI music is successful. People seem to be curious. I would assume that's mostly what leads to the success of AI. Not the fact that it is fake or artificially created, more the fact that people are curious, that they want to know what if. That has always been the case, the curiosity about what if, whatever it is. What if the band had continued? What if they had sung a song like this or that? Which brings me to the question of what if, and one of the very few positive statements that I found. Someone wrote, I really enjoy the AI versions. They are what if. I enjoy the sounds, some bad, but mainly good. It's nice to imagine their sound will not go away. Someone else replied to that, so you enjoy they are stealing their voices and sound without their approval to just make AI slop. And that brings us to fans' standpoint in terms of inner conflicts, but also legality, and brings me to a thought, trying to understand the AI situation in regard to an older phenomenon. Someone wrote, I personally do not agree with AI other than for research purposes. I thought that there should be a law banning its use for copying people's voices and using it to produce songs in this way. I then thought of all the impersonators over the years. And this is a thought that I had myself just recently, that older phenomenon I mentioned, ABBA cover bands. Isn't that similar, a slightly similar phenomenon? Someone else covering for real ABBA, trying to mirror their visual likeness and singing their songs. In that case, of course, it's completely human, and cover bands are singing ABBA's original songs, which is in turn one of the big reasons why ABBA themselves earn songwriting royalties with every tribute and cover band. So again, that ancient curiosity I talked about, people are curious. What if I would see ABBA live today? Let's watch this tribute band. Like with AI songs, personally I myself have never listened to or watched an ABBA cover band, just because for me personally it has nothing to do with my interest in ABBA and what those four people and their music means to me. AI music and cover bands are completely out of my own curiosity and interest. But ABBA tributes and cover bands have always been successful, and those trending ABBA AI songs seem to be successful as well. As I said, the main difference is that cover bands are human. Ironically, the computerized, artificial machinery of ABBA AI songs does come closer, like Björn said, in mathematical terms, to the voices of an existing band like Frida or Agneta. Someone wrote, don't get me wrong, it's interesting to hear some of them and imagine what could have been if they continued for longer, but stealing their voices without their approval is so disrespectful and should be illegal. Not to mention how AI is so bad for our environment. It creates pollution and wastes drinkable water. The last point is absolutely true. Artificial intelligence harms the environment, primarily through the massive electricity and the water consumption of data centers. So high-performance servers generate extreme heat and must be cooled constantly. Data centers often use fresh drinking water for cooling, which evaporates and disappears from the local ecosystem. A short conversation with an AI, which is around 20 to 50 questions, can evaporate roughly half a liter of water, which threatens water supplies in dry regions. That aside, someone else said AI music and the images that go with them are sometimes well done, but are they even legal? I'm offended on behalf of the real, living people behind ABBA. Prior to these songs, the AI images and videos, especially of Agnetha, infuriated me. So someone wrote, I doubt this AI is going away. It is here to stay and will continuously improve, whether us ABBA fans like it or not. And you know why it is here to stay? Because people are curious and feeding it with that curiosity. Very simple. Here is a final comment, a final thought about the future. The concern about loss or the emerging hard distinction of originality. Someone wrote, I wish people would stop with the AI images and the AI music altogether. It's creating a situation where we have AI pollution, and finding an original image, no matter what it is, becomes harder and harder. This brings together some views on AI music, the positive and negative thoughts from comments, concerns and struggles, and ABBA's own standpoint. So, what do you think of AI using ABBA's images and sounds, the altering of truth and distortion of facts? Why do you listen to ABBA AI songs? What are your thoughts? What should be done with ABBA AI music? Let me know your thoughts and feelings in the comments below. And as I said, keep an eye on the channel for more ABBA news coming. Alright, until then, hey do!